Today, we are going to talk about the Bollywood movie called The Kashmir Files. Recently, I also covered other Bollywood movies. If you haven't seen those videos, please do watch those movies too. Before starting, I want to mention a very important thing. The incidents shown in this movie are based on true events. According to makers, everything that happens in the movie has actually happened in Kashmir. How some terrorists play with the lives of innocent people in the name of religion and force them out of their own homes. This is the Just a Move recap and only for entertainment purpose, which doesn't intend to target any community or religion. Please treat it as just a movie and not in any other way. So, without wasting any more time, let's get to the main storyline, which starts in Kashmir on January 19th. Here, two kids, Abdul and Shiva, are playing cricket together. A radio is playing, where Sachin's commentary is being broadcasted. Sachin is performing very well in his cricket match. As Shiva hits a six in the match, he starts shouting Sachin's name loudly. But hearing a Hindu cricketer's name, some Muslims come there and start beating him up. Abdul covers their mouths and runs away with his friend Shiva. Today, we are going to talk about the time in 1990 when Kashmiri Pundits were being forced out of their homes and killed in Kashmir. They were made homeless. Not only this, all males were killed, and the females were told to stay there so they could reproduce. The leader spreading this entire terrorism was named Farooq Ahmed, also known as Bida Karate. Meanwhile, we see a mother and her daughter. The daughter's health is very bad, so they have to take her out to get treatment from a doctor. But then a terrorist or a so-called freedom fighter comes and says he will marry her daughter to his younger brother. The lady screams loudly, and the so-called freedom fighter shoots her dead right there. This was happening not only in this place but throughout Kashmir. The leader had even indoctrinated his gang's children with the idea that either you convert to their religion and become Muslim or you leave, and if you don't agree with either, then you will be killed. Bida Karate then gives a hate speech and converts many Hindus to Islam. Those who don't agree are fed beef, i.e. cow meat, to turn the Hindu majority into a minority. The story then focuses on the lead actor, Pushkar Pandit, who performs the role of Shivaji in every Shivratri celebration. This day was Shivratri, and his friends were there to support him. We learn about Pushkar's family, which included his son, daughter-in-law, and two young children. The elder child, Shiva, was playing cricket with Abdul, and the younger child, Krishna, was only 6 to 7 months old. Pushkar was very worried as Shiva hadn't returned home, so he went out on his scooter to find him. After a while, he found both children and took them on his scooter, trying to escape as many terrorists were after them. An army jeep came and advised them to come with them as it was dangerous to roam alone at this time. Unfortunately, some terrorists came and threw a bomb under the jeep, killing the army personnel. Meanwhile, Bida Karate reached Pushkar's house. Karan, Pushkar's son, tried to confront them, but Sharda stopped him, saying they had guns. She pleaded with him not to fight and to go upstairs and hide. However, their neighbor informed the terrorists about Karan hiding in the rice truck upstairs. Bida Karate went straight up, despite Sharda's attempts to stop him. The entire family was crying, but Bida didn't listen and started shooting, killing Karan. Blood was everywhere. Pushkar arrived and was shocked and distressed to see this. He confronted Bida, saying he was once his student. Bida responded that he was once his student, but now he is Commander Farooq Ahmed Dar. He then forced Sharda to eat the blood-stained rice to save her family. The scene shifts to the present time, where we see Brahmadat, who still lives in Kashmir. Pushkar's younger son, Krishna, had moved to Delhi and returned to Kashmir with his grandfather's ashes. Pushkar's friends, including Mahesh Kumar, a doctor, Hari Narayan, a former GP, Atul Srivastava, a former general, and Brahmadat, a former home minister, gather. Krishna still doesn't know the real cause of his parents' death, believing they died in an accident. We then see a lecture at JNU University by Professor Radhika, who is inciting students, including Krishna, against the government for removing Article 370 from Kashmir. She tells them that Kashmir should not be part of India and denies any genocide of Kashmiri Pundits. Krishna, unaware of the real facts, supports her and decides to run for the next president election. The story goes back to 1989, where Pushkar meets Brahmadat, who was an officer in Kashmir. Pushkar asks for protection for Kashmiri Pandits as his son was labeled an informant by Bidda Karati and was in danger. Brahmadat assures him that he will do something. In the present time, we see the group having dinner, and a famous Kashmiri vegetable, Nadru, is served. This leads to another flashback where Pushkar buys vegetables and receives Pakistani currency in return, indicating the infiltration of Pakistani influence in Kashmir. Brahmadat tries to discuss protection for Kashmiri Pandits, but his superior accuses him of spreading propaganda and suspends him. Brahmadat realizes the extent of the conspiracy and sees the collusion between the local terrorists and the authorities. He meets Bidda Karati and understands the agenda to drive out Hindus. In the present, Lakshmi, Brahmadat's wife, shows Krishna family photos, revealing the truth about his parents. Krishna learns about the real massacre of his family and the genocide of Kashmiri Pandits. The story then returns to 1990, where Bidda Karati forces Sharda to eat blood-stained rice to save her family. Terrorists storm the house, and Karan is killed. The family escapes to a refugee camp in Jammu, where many other displaced Pandits are living in dire conditions. Pushkar's eyesight starts to deteriorate due to the trauma and stress. The scene shifts to the present, where Krishna confronts Professor Radhika about the real history of Kashmir. He decides to tell the world the true story of his family's suffering and the plight of Kashmiri Pandits. The movie ends with Krishna immersing his grandfather's ashes in Kashmir, fulfilling his last wish and vowing to fight for justice for the Kashmiri Pandits. Krishna reaches out to other displaced communities and social justice movements to build alliances and solidarity. He believes that collective action and mutual support are essential in addressing systemic injustices. This chapter highlights the importance of unity and collaboration in creating a more just and equitable world. Krishna's efforts to connect with other communities show his commitment to broader social change and the interconnectedness of struggles for justice. The movie concludes with Krishna outlining his vision for the future of the Kashmiri Pandit community. He envisions a world where they can return to their homeland, live in peace, and preserve their cultural heritage. Krishna is hopeful that through continued activism, education, and solidarity, this vision can become a reality. The final scene shows Krishna looking out at the horizon, symbolizing hope and determination for the journey ahead. Thank you for joining us on this journey through entire story. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting stories. Turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.